He has utility. I don't have utility. That's why he is 1% higher than me in DPS. Nice, 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 nice. So that means our rotation is very, very similar. Either... I wonder if he's using Devastation or in knock. Let's ask him. If he's using Devastation and he has the same DPS as me, then there's really no difference in knock. Asking him if he's using Devastation trait, and if he is, then we're gonna see if... Unless, if he's using a knock, then there's no difference. Or if he's using a knock, I'll switch to Devastation. No response. Alright, I'm going all out then. I'm gonna get that utility up. Let's see who has more DPS. He has utilities and food. Now I have a utility and food. Yes, he is using Devastation. Alright, wow. Alright, let's see. He's using Devastation. Yeah. Yeah, he's using Devastation. So... Invocation versus Devastation build. Let's see who does better DPS. Ready for more. He does have faster burst. That's what I saw in the very beginning. But I caught up as the time went on. Come here. This part probably isn't gonna be a good indicator, since there's gonna be if we hit two of them at the same time. So whoever has the more cleave is gonna get more DPS. Or that's gonna happen.
You will obey. Never. This is our fight.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is not good. Not good test. Too many knockdowns.
Blood Legion.
But we can catch up.
Time for a revolution.
This is getting serious.
Boom. Out DPS'd him. Invocation out DPS Devastation. As you see there, I did 27.3, he did 26.5. Another test. Let's test it again. If his rotation is bad, no, his rotation can't be bad. He out DPS'd me when I didn't have a utility. Well, I mean, it's hard to say what his rotation is, but I'm pretty sure he's at Snow Crow's or Discrete's rotation. Otherwise, he won't be getting top DPS in the other strikes that we just did. So we need a single boss to test it again. See who did, because I messed up in the beginning because I got knocked down like 3 times. So he had higher DPS in the initial burst. Yeah, he probably dodged or something to get more damage in. But let's see this one. This one is a better indicator. Let's go. So in the comments below, you guys are probably gonna be like, you can't really. This is like apples to oranges. You don't know his rotation. Maybe he's not rotating good enough or something like that. But I mean, it's the closest thing that I can do to compare this kind of thing. Because if I do it myself, I use Devastation, I use Invocation, I had similar DPS. And people say Devastation is more DPS in longer fights, but I'm not seeing it.
Give me that.
I'm not
You
seeing
stay
it.
put.
So anyone who is pro Revenant
Be careful up
can
there.
comment
Conditions have
below
gotten worse since
if
Spangler
they
left.
use
We'll have to find
Devastation and
another
they
way
know
up.
why Devastation is stronger than Invocation. Let me know. But logically speaking, is that my theory for Invocation is that you can use more Citadel Bombardment every time you rotate to Renegade stance, and that gives you a better burst every single time you rotate to this stance, and then you can switch off accordingly. With Devastation, you're gonna need to use orders from above if you're doing RR. Devastation I can understand using when you are not using RR and you're using just pure Condi DPS, you would go Devastation. But if you were using RR, I think Invocation is better. That's just my thinking. So let's do this again. This is probably a better test for both of us. Again, we're two different people. We probably have different rotation, but I am just assuming that we have the same because our DPS is the same. Or why don't I just go Devastation, right? We already know my DPS and his DPS is the same, similar. When I'm Invocation, he's Devastation. So if I went Devastation and I do more DPS than him, well, again, this is just a single boss, so we can do that later. Oh, he messed up. See, look, I could use Orders of Above and Citadel of Environment at this rotation. And then I can use my stuff here as I rotate. Get enough energy. And I can use Orders Above again. And then I will have...
My pain.
Fate, bring the thunder!
Damn it. Rotation has messed up a little bit, but we can pick ourselves up. Very lenient.
Splendid company. Ready for more.
There we go. Out DPS'd him, but he probably messed up in the beginning. So
Like that worked out okay.
But no change in the storm. If someone's responsible, it wasn't that.
okay. Well, in the previous strikes that we just did so far, he has been able to keep up with my DPS, or I was able to keep up with his DPS about similar. So if I went Devastation right now with RR, if I out DPS him by a margin, then we know Devastation is better, right? Yeah, because he's my let's see, control group. Let's say that, right? He's my control group. Let's go Devastation build. If I out DPS him by a huge margin, or if he out DPS me by a huge margin, then he is using a different rotation for Devastation. We'll see.
Might and glory.
And this is single boss, so this will be easy to test as well. Easy, the Shivered Peaks and this guy is good testing for maximal DPS. Well, my rotation have to change for Devastation build, so I'm gonna have to do it accordingly to whatever the the thing is, hopefully my traits don't switch up or my skills don't switch up.
Dream with me.
Might and glory.
Or he freezes me. That was bad freeze. That was a bad freeze. Now I have to stay on arrow.
Safe from
Oh
harm.
my gosh. Okay, this is a bad
On the double.
bad trial
This is our
run.
fight. Period. Now, attention, my
Yeah, bad trial.
sleep beneath the stars.
I forgot that I don't have that switch. The energy thing, I keep trying to go below 10%, but you don't have to
The
for this
time is
build.
at hand for a reckoning. Time for a revolution. This is our fight. Now. Rise and serve.
Caught up in DPS.
Blood Legion, see it.
Just messed up a lot in the very beginning.
Splendid combination.
This is our fight. You fought so hard, but your long day has ended.
My god, okay, this is not a good this is not a good test. It's way too many stability issues here.
This is our fight.
That's valuable.
Oh, I didn't have chat up. Let's see. Yeah, the invulnerability does affect the DPS a bit, but the thing is, everybody's DPS is affected by that, so it still be a good test on Devastation Invocation build. But what I found so far is Invocation is better, or I mean, similar to Devastation. I'm gonna post this on YouTube and then people can probably comment below what happened. But there was some mess up with that. My control group is gone now, so I won't be able to really test it out. So those who are very well versed with Revenant, tell me the difference. Tell me why you think Devastation is more DPS. Well, have you even tested like yourself? Because obviously you have Snowcrow and Discretes build have their own AlacRen build for this thing, and I'm testing it consistently with the Devastation and Invocation, and overall I'm having the better impression on Invocation being better DPS in terms of being a RR or giving Alac. Without giving Alac, I would agree that the Devastation build is stronger than the Invocation. My reasoning is because you don't have to use Order of Buffs, therefore you have enough energy to keep using Citadel Bombardment, which is a huge DPS increase for spike damage when you are in this place, and then you can quickly switch to your Demon Stance and use up the energy that way. For the Invocation is that you can use your Orders Above and Citadel in Bombardment together and still have your same rotation and switch. Therefore, you maximize your DPS with the Alac, that 20 extra energy you get. So That's why I think Invocation is better DPS for being a lack build.